Hello and welcome to our blog. I'm Kevin Kaufman. This is my partner Fred Weaver walking into the picture. We are Group 4610. We're Arizona's premier short sale team, and we're here to talk to you guys today a little bit more about short sales and a topic that is, well, can I say, a sensitive topic these days?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. As you and I know, maybe our viewers don't, we've closed hundreds of short sale transactions since 2008, and we've done so at a 90% success rate. And we appreciate you joining us here today. But I want to talk about some of our experience and what we've seen, and help some of our viewers out there deal with a very sensitive yet very real topic that a lot of people are going through. What has been termed the strategic default, what you and I used to call in 2008 the business decision, meaning that you may be a homeowner out there who, you know, somewhat similar to the house we're standing behind right now, one of our listings. You know, this homeowner, this client of ours, was upside down like twice as much on their home as what it's worth. So, meaning, just give you rough numbers, they owed maybe $400,000 and the house is worth $200,000, and they're in a position where they're getting ready to retire. They're in a place where maybe you're moving, maybe whatever the reason is, you may have the ability to keep making the mortgage payment, but you're doing so at a detriment to you and your family, meaning that you're just throwing good money, if I can say it, at a bad asset money. Or at a bad direction.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So we get a lot of people come to us and go, look, I've had all these, you know, foreclosures and short sales in my neighborhood, and I'm kind of sitting around wondering, what am I doing here? And what's the benefits here? Should I short sale? Should I let the home foreclose? Should I keep paying it? You know, at this rate, it might take me 20 years to get back to where my home is worth as much as I owe on it. What should I do?
Well, and here's our stance on this. Our stance is not a yes, you should do this, or no, you shouldn't do that, but it's you need to make the right decision for you and your family. And when we say that, a lot of people have this feeling of moral obligation, if I can say it that way, that it's the responsible and moral thing to do to always pay your debts. And while that has a valid piece to it, that, you know, we should keep our agreements, there's also some things that you agree to in your loan paperwork that give you the right to stop making payments, and there's some things that give the lender the right to carry out short sale proceedings or foreclosure proceedings. And what's most important that we want you at home to know is that anytime that you're taking on the responsibility of the country or the bank and emotionally and financially draining yourself and your family to a place of detriment and destruction, we're not for that. So what I mean to say is that, you know what, you need to evaluate what's most important to you, your family, your retirement, maybe it's your kids' education, maybe it's your ability to move again out of the state or move up or move down into a home depending upon your stage in life. And if that means that you need to walk away from your home to free up yourself financially to be able to do that in a couple of years, then that's the right thing to do. And in fact, you know, there's been so much talk around this. As a real estate agent, I don't even want to say this is right and this is wrong. We could reference, and you're welcome to do some research on the internet to find this article. There was a professor out of the University of Arizona that did a study a year or two ago, 2008 or 2009, and he broke it down. He wrote this big old research paper on why strategically defaulting is not immoral and in fact is beneficial for some people based on the stage they're at in their life in getting to a place of growth and an advancement, if you will, in their lives.
Well, you know, one thing I'll always go back to on the subject of strategic default is, number one, it's a personal decision. Nobody else can make the decision for you. You've got to weigh out for you and yourself what's going to help me now, but also what's going to be the best thing for me in the future, 5, 10, maybe even 20 years down the road. What's going to be the best thing for me in the long run, not just what's best for me right now. And keep in mind too, because you brought up the, you know, people feel a moral obligation, if you will, to pay their bills and pay their agreements, and I'm all for that. But I'm also gonna suggest to you, it's my personal belief that whether or not you pay your mortgage is a contractual option. That defaulting on your mortgage is a contractual option. Now that option comes with consequences, and that looks like foreclosure, it could look like a short sale, it could look like a bunch of different things, but it is a contractual option, and that's something that was written in there that way, because let's face it, we all know that not 100% of all guarantees or promises are always totally failed, especially in the financial world.
Yep.
So just know that there's options, and making that decision for you and for your family is something that only you and your family can decide for yourself.
Yeah, so let me give you maybe just a couple of pieces of homework, if you will, to help you make this decision better. I think it's important that you sit down with your family, your spouse, your significant other, and decide how long can we realistically, or do we want to realistically stay in this home.
True.
Then you need to look at how much do you owe on your home, and how much is your home currently worth, which we'd be happy to tell you a little bit about and give you that information. And then you need to be realistic. Let's say that best case scenario, the real estate market has appreciated about 4.5% to 5% nationally per year for the last 60 years.
Yeah.
So factor in what it's worth today and factor in 5% appreciation. How long will it take for you to get back to zero, if you will? Meaning what you owe is and then what your home is worth if we started to appreciate this year.
When are those numbers going to line up?
When are those numbers going to get there? And can you live with that? And in the end, what you got to know is that, as Kevin said, there's consequences from strategically defaulting, but there's also consequences for staying in your home and spending your entire savings and putting yourself in a financial mess. So we'd be happy to talk with you more about it. Like we said, it's a personal decision, but we'd be happy to consult with you, talk with you more around your situation, and answer any questions that you have to help you out in this time. Do us a favor and fill out the form here on our website so Kevin or I or one of the members of our team can get in contact with you shortly. And we hope to be out here listing one of your homes very, very quickly.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us again today, guys. Come back and by all means fill out a form and let's get in touch and see what we can do to help you out.